Oil giant British Petroleum announces readiness to take part in the construction of the Iran-Pakistan-India gas pipeline. The head of Iran's offshore oil company invites foreign and local investors to invest in the country's oil and gas fields. And Serbians go to the polls to elect a president. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful, hello and a very warm welcome to JNN Network News, coming to you live from Tehran. Please stay with us. Mourners held candlelight vigils across Iran Saturday night as part of observances marking Ashura. The symbolic move marks the night some 14 centuries ago when some of the members of Imam Hussein's household who had survived the Ashura uprising the same day before being taken captive were taken to the city of Kufa, the base of the then despotic rule. Candlelight vigils were also held in the city of Karbala in Iraq to mark the sad event. British Petroleum says it is ready to take part in the construction of the Iran-Pakistan-India gas pipeline. The British oil giant says it is prepared to participate in laying the pipeline across the Pakistani territory. Islamabad says it will put the project out to tender after the completion of feasibility studies. Managing Director of the Iranian offshore oil company, Mahmoud Zirakchianzadeh, has invited foreign and local investors to invest in Iran's oil and gas fields. Zirakchianzadeh says the company is specifically focusing on developing oil and gas fields in the Persian Gulf and the Sea of Oman. The official underlines small investment funds can also help boost productivity in minor fields. Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister Ali Reza Sheikh Attar says promotion of relations with Latin American states is a central plank of Iran's foreign policy. The Iranian official, who is on a Latin American tour, told the press conference in the Mexican capital of Mexico City that Tehran is ready to develop its ties with Mexico on various fronts. He stressed there are bright prospects for closer cooperation between the two countries, as they have great potential for that. He further enumerated the achievements Iran has secured in different political and economic arenas since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, despite U.S. sanctions. The fourth fuel shipment for Iran's Bushehr nuclear power plant has arrived from Russia. The 11-ton consignment was taken to the facility in southern parts of the country Sunday morning. Moscow has so far delivered 44 tons of the 82 tons of fuel initially needed to get the power station up and running. The facility, which is 95% complete, is capable of producing 1,000 megawatts of electricity annually. You're watching JNN Network News. Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, in his consultations with Malaysian Prime Minister Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, who is the rotating chairman of the Organization of the Islamic Conference, OIC, has called on the Islamic body to hold an emergency session to end the latest Israeli regime's atrocities against Palestinians. Iran's Foreign Minister Manouchehr Mottaki also sent a message to the OIC Secretary General condemning the Israeli regime's brutalities in the Palestinian territories. He also sent other messages to some OIC foreign ministers and called for holding an emergency meeting as part of efforts to put an end to the Israeli brutalities in the Palestinian territories. The U.S. Foreign Relations Committee says despite Bush offering a series of incentives to Arab states during his recent tour of the Middle East, Arab countries do not see Iran as a threat. The committee released a report on Saturday saying the U.S. president wrapped up his 8-day tour with little success in his call for building an anti-Iran alliance among the Persian Gulf states. The committee concluded that only Israel hailed Bush's stance against Iran, and Arab states rejected his call with much caution and ingenuity. Serbians voted Sunday in a presidential election seen as crucial for the Balkan states' future in Europe. Boris Tadic, the incumbent, and Tomislav Nikolic are in a neck-and-neck race at the head of 9 candidates seeking the support of the 6.7 million electorate. A poll released by the Center for Free Elections and Democracy, CESID, this week put Tadic, the leader of the Democratic Party, who wants closer ties to Europe, on 19%, and Nikolic, an opponent of NATO and the United States, whose party has the largest bloc in parliament, on 21%.
ჩემი ხალხისა და მამულის აღორძინებისა და ძლევამოსილებისას. საქართველოს სახელმწიფო ჰიმნი.
हमें पूरा प्रयास कर रहे हैं वोट इसे देंगे और इसे बॉटल से हीट कराएंगे
And before we wrap up this edition of Jamajam Network News, let's check on the weather. The capital, Tehran, is having clear to partly cloudy skies, coupled with gentle winds on Sunday. The temperature in the capital will drop to 21 degrees Fahrenheit in the coldest hours tonight. Stay tuned for the nationwide weather forecast, and goodbye.